y'all. Happy Friday. Happy preparation for the Sabbath. It's the weekend, baby. Anyway, of course, you guys just know I just did my short. And, I asked you guys to change your mindset, right? So, for this Friday, hey, I want you guys to start working on changing the way you think, working on your mindset on and how you perceive in things, or how you allow others to have control over you or have a power over you, right? So I want you guys to change your mindset where you control all the power in your space around you. Okay? Now, what I mean by that, right, is learning how you maybe to deal with things in a less angry way, or in a less revengeful way, a less trying to tick for tack way, okay? And what I mean by that is, just say for example, me, I'm gonna use me as an example, right? I had a friend, supposed to be friend, they wanted something from the store and everything. So, we were trying to get something. We found out where it was located. So, they called me, or I called them. One of us called one another, since we found out where it was located. And they was like, why don't you get this for me? So I was like, okay, just, all right, cash out me the money and everything. And, I think the price of it was $8.99 or something. So I told them to cash out me $11, okay? And they completely went off on me. What the heck you mean $11? It ain't number $8.99. Woo woo woo. Don't try to just cuss me out. Not only cuss me out, but hang up in my face. Call me back and cuss me out and hang up in my face again. Now I was with two other people. So they looking at me like, oh my goodness, just don't let people talk to you like that. Like, man, or they just like, man, that kind of person just won't control over you, But anyway, the way I reacted, I should have reacted that way, because that means in turn I allowed that person to have control over me because the way I reacted. Now, I just basically, didn't buy it. Just put it like that. So I didn't get angry or cuss that person out, but I just basically didn't buy it. You know what I mean? Because I felt like the way they came at me, how you just gonna force me and cuss me out? I'm doing something for you, but the way you go about it, like, what kind of person you think I am, and just come at me that kind of way, trying to force me to do things, So, when something like that happened, though, whether that be your friend or your enemy, you know what I was supposed to do? I was supposed to just went on and bought it for him and gave it to him. Because had I done that same person, man, like the conviction of their soul would have burned through them anyway, right? Because it would have made them feel so guilty because of the way they came at you, how they came at you and cussed you out and tried to force you and threaten you, But you would have gained power, or no, I would have gained power had I just said, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. Because like I said, had I done that person would have felt so guilty. They would have been so convicted because the way they went about threatening you and cussing you out, and you gave it to them anyway. Because a person like that wouldn't expect you to give it to them, right? But you just, the opposite, give it to them. And once they give it to them now, in their heart and their mind, they so convicted because they feeling so guilty on how they cuss you out about it, how they went about it, and you gave it to them. Why you gave it to them? It's because you want to have control over the whole situation, right? And then, it shouldn't even matter to you that. It shouldn't even be that important to you, right? Because if it's important to that person so bad or so much, you give it to them, right? Why not? Give it to them, because in the end, you're going to feel relieved, and that person going to feel great guilt, great conviction on, or because of how they went about trying to get it from you, right? Now, you guys know, I read Proverbs 25:22 KJV version earlier. I'm going to read it again. I want you guys to get the full understanding, because what I'm saying is this verse, okay, or this scripture, right? Proverbs 25:22. If thine enemy be hungry, give him bread to eat, and if he be thirsty, give him water to drink. For thou shalt heap coals of fire upon his head, and the Lord shall reward thee. You see, so the Lord gonna reward you anyway. He already know what you had to go through from that person that cussed you out and tried to force you and threaten you and everything. And guess what? You basically catered to them and just gave them what they wanted. The Father can reward you anyway, because in that whole whole time you took control. You had all the power. So even though that person think they got power, trying to force you and give it to you and force you to take something from you, they never had the power. You know, what you did is you gave it to them so you could take control of the whole power in the situation. And in the end, they weren't going to feel guilty. And they going to know that you had the power. So it's going to eat them up in turn, right? So that's what I'm asking you guys this Friday. Work on changing your mindset. You know, in this dispensation of time, remember we have to rise up to be a messianic nation. So working these ways and, you know, the way you're going about things and your doings, you know, you got to present them well, you know, and, you know, just work on their mindset to change it so people can follow that way, you know, and will be led to rise as a messianic nation. Because remember, just rising to become a messianic nation is just doing righteous things and following his ways, you know, gaining prosperity, you know, but seeking the kingdom first, right? That's all it is, okay? So again, this Friday, remember, I want you guys to work on changing your mindset on how you view things, right? On how you control your space, your power, everything around you, right? Again, so somebody come and trying to, yeah, give it to me, you know, just mad at you, at the world, you know, because they know you got, woo, and this and that just come at you, foul and everything, trying to get something out of you and force it out of you. You know, it can be your enemy or your frenemy or your friend, your associate, whomever it is, right? That person just, you know, have no self-discipline, no control. They feel like that they entitled to it, you know, and they feel like that they can come to you that kind of way and just, come you in a bad way and come at you in a violent way or come at you in an inappropriate manner, you know, just cussing you out, just don't even looking at you, don't have that respect for you, because if they did, they wouldn't come their way anyway. Well, I'm not even gonna say, you know, that they don't have respect for you. It's just that they don't have self-discipline, so the way they're going about it is the wrong way. But when you give it to them, right, it eats their soul up. It burns heaps of coals through their fire, right? Conviction just burn through their soul. And guess what? In the end, the Father is going to reward you anyway. Why? Because you fed his enemy and you gave his enemy a drink. All right? Or you fed your enemy or gave your enemy a drink. And because we are children, and because you helped that person in need, or because you just go ahead and gave it to that person because it's not that important to you, you know, you're going to get rewarded for it anyway. All right, you guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. And happy Friday. Happy preparation for your Sabbath. Bye now.